Last week I was like, I have not had cabbage stew in ages. So I decided to make some and film it while doing so. Wele, which is cowhide, is also Kpomo in Nigeria, while Agushi is Egusi. So let's get started with our cooking. So in my saucepan here, I'll be adding in some palm oil. Once that is heated up, I'll add in my chopped onions and allow it to become translucent. Sianoki, leave me and my translucent alone. So this is a special announcement. If you haven't noticed, we are at over 1K subscribers. Thank you so much. Now let's concentrate on the food again. So now I'm adding in some blended onions, ginger, garlic, rosemary, fennel seeds, and some scotch bonnet. So I will allow this to simmer away and let all the ingredients marry beautifully while stirring occasionally. Meanwhile, if you're new here, hey, you're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please do also subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future posts, because I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. So at this point, I'm getting ready to add in my wele, but before then, I'm going to add a little salt to this base before adding my wele, so that my wele will not taste bland when I'm done. Once my kpomo goes in, I'll stir it up a bit and then cover and allow to steam for about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how hard or soft your wele is. This was soft wele, so I didn't have any problem. So at this point, I'm adding in my chopped tomatoes. You can also blend the tomatoes if you wish. I'll give it a good stir, cover and allow to simmer for about 5 minutes. When I open again, I'm going to stir it in a bit and allow to continue cooking, because we want to get rid of the tanginess in the tomatoes. So the reason why I don't advise us to blend the tomatoes is because we don't want excess water in this recipe. So once I open it up again, my tomatoes have beautifully mixed up with the rest of my ingredients. So now I'll go ahead to add in my agushi. So I soaked my agushi in a bit of water to form a paste. And then I'm just going to add it into my stew with my spoon. So I lost the footage of that part. But once that is done, I covered it up and then I allowed it to simmer for about 5 minutes before taking off the lid to give it a good stir and then allowing it to continue cooking a bit more. So my agushi has turned out beautifully in my base. So I'm going to give it another stir and then give it another probably 2 minutes before adding in the rest of my ingredients. So now in goes in my powdered fish or crayfish, followed by my smoked tuna, and then I'll mix that in beautifully. At this point, I'll be adding in my salt to taste before adding in my cabbages. So in goes half of a shrimp cube and then some salt. Remember, I started by putting in some salt before the wele, so you might want to watch that. So once I've given it a good stir, my shredded or chopped cabbage would also go in. So what I'll be doing here is to just cover without mixing first and allowing the cabbage to sort of steam for about 5 minutes before stirring in my ingredients beautifully. So what that allows is that cabbage has a bit of water content, so it will drain all the water to the base of the stew, and then you can allow the cabbage to continue cooking for about 2 to 3 minutes and your stew will be done. So this is a simple recipe I need you to try right now. Leave comments down below and let me know what you would pair with this, because I killed it with some ripe plantain. Meanwhile, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share my content, and let's keep this family growing. Now the video is over. Go and make yours and keep blooming.